Welcome, Google Cloud community. I am thrilled to welcome you to our webinar introducing how to showcase your skills, discover new ways to skill up with Google Cloud Credentials. I'm Margot Barron, the Google Cloud Credentials and Certification Lead, here with the Certifications Operations Lead, Christopher Carey. It is a bright and sunny morning here in North Carolina. You can ask questions at any time by submitting them in the box below the screen. We have Googlers on standby to answer them. Let's get started. During today's session, we will be taking a look at the impact that earning Google Cloud credentials and certifications can have on your career and your business, the different types of Google Cloud credentials, and how to best showcase your Google Cloud credentials via our new digital badging platform, Credly.
So let's start it off with a few data points. Why Google Cloud Credentials? As cloud adoption continues to rapidly grow, two things are certain. First, the capabilities of what the technology can achieve will also grow. And two, the need for the skills that can take advantage of the latest cloud advancements will also grow. Data suggests that in the next 5 years, 23% of global jobs will change due to industry transformation, including through AI and other text, image, and voice processing technologies. Additionally, we've heard from organizations that 62% of them lack the AI expertise needed to unlock their full potential. In today's competitive landscape, mastering AI and cloud isn't optional, it's required to thrive and remain innovative. I'm sure everyone joining us today at some point in time has painstakingly crafted their resume with educational qualifications and job experiences. Well, those days are fading. Skills, not degrees, is a key trend shaping the future of recruitment. 72% of HR professionals say they are more likely to hire a candidate with strong skills than one with a relevant degree. Companies are looking for candidates who can showcase their skills and abilities through online challenges, labs, and assessments. There is a more skills-centric hiring process developing, including no resume hiring. Organizations are investing in upskilling and reskilling initiatives to develop the skills of their existing workforce and keep them relevant. How do you ensure you have the right skills to stand out in this evolving skills-based economy? Google Cloud has the training and learning opportunities for you. In the next sections, we will outline the different credentials, certificates, and badges you can earn to demonstrate that you have the in-demand cloud skills necessary to start a career, grow in your current role, and drive more value for your organization.
Perfect. Let's dive deeper into our Google Cloud Credential portfolio. So recently, we have audited all of our Google Cloud credentials and come up with a more simplified organization based on level. As you can see on the screen, we have 3 levels of Google Cloud credentials: introductory, intermediate, and advanced. Introductory is really going to demonstrate that you know the fundamentals, that you can demonstrate a broad understanding of Google Cloud concepts. Where our intermediate level is going to be more about analyzing, deploying, and configuring our cloud services, where you'll see our Associate Cloud Engineer certification is going to be about going into the Google Cloud Platform and using it every day, where our advanced level credentials are going to be more about the designing and architecting of our cloud solutions, and being able to troubleshoot complex issues. Now, let's talk more about certifications and Christopher to give us a deeper dive.
Thanks. Google Cloud certifications are high-stakes proctored exams. We currently have 11 role-based certifications. They validate technical capabilities, and they demonstrate your commitment to the fast pace of the cloud. We have foundational, associate, and professional level exams to assess different skill sets and candidate types. Margot will provide some overview of these different levels of certification.
So we're often asked, Which certification is best for me? And as Christopher just pointed out, we have our 3 levels of certifications: foundational, associate, and professional. Let's start with the foundational cloud digital leader. We recommend that candidates for this certification are going to be business professionals or tech adjacent roles looking to contribute towards the digital transformation and strategic discussions within their company around cloud. The associate cloud engineer, like I had mentioned, is for technical individuals who work hands-on within cloud to deploy and configure and manage cloud solutions. You'll notice that our professional portfolio is the most robust, and this is going to be recommended for experienced technical professionals who can design and optimize the cloud solutions within each of the different job roles of the different certifications listed below. Now, going more on Cloud Digital Leader, as this is our most recent certification, we recommend Cloud Digital Leader for those individuals who want to provide overall knowledge of Google Cloud products and capabilities. We believe that this certification empowers you to work more effectively with the technical teams because you'll be able to speak the same language as those individuals that are going to be deploying, optimizing, and analyzing the different cloud solutions. And this certification requires no technical hands-on experience, as again, it is for our business or tech adjacent professionals looking to help with the business transformation within their organization. The second type of Google Cloud credential that we have is our skill badges. Skill badges are digital credentials issued by Google Cloud in recognition of your hands-on abilities with Google Cloud products. You're able to showcase introductory, intermediate, and advanced level skills that can be applied to real-life scenarios. You can earn a skill badge by completing a hands-on assessment in our first-party learning platform, Google Cloud Skills Boost. We have over 80 plus skill badges available on Google Cloud Skills Boost and highly recommend skill badges as either a way to prepare for our Google Cloud certifications or to help reskill or upskill in areas after you've been certified to ensure that you are maintaining the most up-to-date knowledge within our Google Cloud products and services. Excitingly, as of this week, we have launched a new Google Cloud credential type, our cloud certificates. You're able to start your journey to earning a Google Cloud certificate and develop your knowledge and skills for in-demand entry-level cloud roles. For right now, we are launching our cloud certificates in data analytics and cybersecurity. You're able to explore the training content at no cost on YouTube and benefit from Gen AI tools to enhance your journey as you dive deep into the technical topics and prepare for job interviews. You can learn more about this as well on our Google Cloud Skills Boost platform. Now let's talk more about how to showcase your Google Cloud credentials. Google Cloud recently has migrated its 2 million plus Google Cloud credentials to a new digital badging platform, Credly. Credly helps to make skills visible, verifiable, and actionable. You'll now notice rich metadata within each credential page, which will help enable the earner and the employer to understanding of the skill represented by each of our credentials. I'm going to pass it to Christopher now to dive deeper into one of the benefits of Credly.
Thanks, Margot. As Margot mentioned, earlier this month, we migrated all active and expired digital credentials from Accredible to Credly. If you have a Google Cloud certification, you can access Credly from CertMetrics or through the various email notifications that link to Credly, like a congratulations or a pass notification that you might get from CertMetrics. For skill badges, you'll be prompted within Google Cloud Skills Boost to share your badge in Credly. Previously, the skill badges were not available in a shareable digital format or linked in one place with your Google Cloud certifications. Now with Credly, you'll find certifications and select skill badges in one credential wallet.
The second really exciting feature that Credly unlocks for our Google Cloud Credential earners is the Skills Directory. The Skills Directory is a searchable database of all Google Cloud Credentials holders where they can showcase their verified skills, connecting them with potential employers. You can connect to job opportunities and bring exposure to your Google Cloud skills and credentials. We'll see in a little bit in our live demo what you are able to search from, how to ensure that you are showing up in the directory, and all of the exciting information that you can add to your profile so that you can better connect with opportunities for jobs as well as connecting to recruiters. Now, the third exciting feature of Google Cloud Credentials coming on to Credly are the labor market insights. We hear often of what is the benefit or the impact of having Google Cloud Credentials. And as Christopher started this webinar off by saying that we are in a skills first market and really going towards a skills first hiring trend, we want to be able to discover job opportunities based on verified skills and credentials, which is exactly what the Labor Market Insights does on Credly. It includes job titles, locations, employers, and salary insights, where you can validate the markability of a skill, boosting confidence in your career advancement and identify potential development areas. Again, we'll cover this in the demo in just a few minutes, but for each of our credentials, we've tagged the top skills that we think any earner will be able to both demonstrate and are verified by having the credential itself. And with that, you click into the skill and can see the information that was just said.
Great. Thanks, Margot. Happy to provide a demo of our new platform, Credly. So as we've been saying, many of the credentials were just migrated from Accredible to Credly. And when you pass a Google Cloud certification exam, you can expect 2 email notifications. One will come from Certmetrics. That's our candidate management system or our credential management system. And another will come from Credly, and it'll look like this. Both emails have instructions for how to claim or accept your badge. If your badge goes unclaimed, Credly does send reminder emails at different intervals for up to 10 days. Clicking on the Accept Your Badge button or the Credly link in one of the email notifications will take you to a Credly sign-in page. The first time you will need to create a Credly account if you don't have one already. Now let's show you some of the important settings and features we have in Credly. Here you see I've logged in and I'm on my dashboard. The first thing to do is take a look at, well, let's look at the public page for Google Cloud. So if you were to search Google Cloud Credly, this is a public page that has all of the badges. And what we do is we can also dive into collections. This is a way that we have organized all the different badges. We have 4 collections. We have the Google Cloud certifications, the skill badges, the Google Cloud certificates that are new and Margot just mentioned, and we have some skill badges for our partners only. You'll notice that this number looks rather large, 29, when I said we only have 11 role-based certifications, but it represents the exams that are offered in different languages. You can click in to any of these and get more details. So, for example, we'll click into Associate Cloud Engineer, and it provides all sorts of information. So the Learn More button will take you to the Google Cloud Certifications page. You've got the skill tags that Margot was talking about, the ones that we think are most important and relevant to this particular badge, this particular certification. The earning criteria, this link takes you to our exam pages. So it'll give you an outline of the exam, links to sample questions, and then what certifications are related to this one. Lots of great information in there. So if we go back to, let's look at my badges. So here is another dashboard view of what badges I have. And more importantly, I want to take you to the settings. So a couple really important and probably most used settings, and maybe we'll answer some of the questions that are coming up in the chat screen. If you already have a Credly account, if it has a different address associated with it, so maybe you are earning credentials on from a particular organization and you use your Yahoo account. And then with Google Cloud, you're using your Gmail account. And both of those different organizations are issuing badges on Credly. So if you already have a Credly account, you can add the other email addresses to it. And then both issuing organizations, the badges from both of those issuing organizations will appear in one account. So add an email address is a very important setting. You can also merge accounts. If you don't want to have all addresses going in one account, and you actually would have two different logins, etc., you can merge the two Credly accounts into one. And then again, add all those email addresses there and make sure you pick which one will have a default. Other important settings, organizations. This particular setting allows you to auto accept. So since you were issued one from Google Cloud will populate here, and choosing to auto accept means you no longer have to click that accept badge in the email notifications. It'll just auto accept and populate in your profile. And finally, maybe privacy and security is another very important setting. So this is where you would change things about making your profile visible, allowing users to contact you, and so on. And very important, and what we'd all love you to do is make sure you opt into our searchable directory. So here's where you can control that. Now, I'm trying to get back to my badges. And perhaps I've already shared it. What I wanted to show is in the dashboard, when you first get this congratulations message, let me just make sure it's not down here farther. No, you want to make sure that you make your badge public. And once you make it public, you'll be able to share it. And I'm not seeing what I want to find.
But while we're on this page, Christopher, do you want to show everyone the directory?
Yes, thanks. So I'm back on the public page, the Google Cloud Organization public page. In the directory, you can see that you can search by badge type, even the skill tags, location, and earners. So for example, say you are interested in BigQuery. So let's search for a BigQuery, and maybe we don't know what certifications or skill badges would include this skill. So very interesting. Okay, so I've tagged BigQuery, searchable in the directory by a skill. And these folks here have opted into the directory. And you can see that BigQuery is associated with data engineer certification and this particular computing foundation certificate, the machine learning certification, and so on. Great feature of the directory. And likewise, this could be used for recruiters, hiring managers, etc.
And I will just add that the exciting feature that this skills directory has over our previous one is that it is inclusive of the additional Google Cloud credentials, where the other one was just certifications. Now, as a skill badge earner, as well as a Google Cloud certificate earner, you can be featured in the skills directory so that recruiters can find you and you can showcase your talent at any level in which you have our Google Cloud credentials. And I think just one more feature, Christopher, if you wanted to go into the Cloud Digital Leader Certification badge page and actually click through on one of the skills so that we can see what the labor market insight page looks like.
Great. Okay. Just to follow along here, I clicked into the public page of the Cloud Digital Leader certification. If you wanted to earn this badge, it'll take you to our public Google Cloud certification page. And sorry, Margot, what did you want me to do?
If you click on one of the skills that you're showing, so maybe
let's go with
cloud security. Do it.
Okay. So yeah, so what Margot wants to show here is that there's many layers to the Credly directory as well as the skills tag. So all of this data behind the metadata behind these badges. I clicked into the cloud security skill, and you can just kind of keep peeling the onion here. The various job titles that are associated with this cloud security skill. You've got the locations, and continue to click in. Let's go to cloud security lead, and it gives you related jobs and who's hiring and where are they located. So lots of great information here. Fortunately, this one's all AWS. But you see what we're trying to get to. Margot, anything else you want me to show?
I will just say that because Christopher has already accepted and shared the badge, we're not seeing that pop up currently. But
Yeah.
when you do go to create and claim your badge, you have the share option. You can share your Google Cloud credentials on LinkedIn, X, ZipRecruiter. And so we highly recommend that even if you have already shared your previous credentials, that you create your account, claim your badges, and reshare. You can also celebrate with your social media, just an extra way to ensure that you have up-to-date credentials. As we have migrated systems, this will ensure that your credentials on LinkedIn and your other social media accounts are up to date and will not be impacted during this transition. And so, Christopher, I think it would be a great time maybe just to go over our CertMetrics Google Cloud Certification candidate portal and what candidates can expect if
Sure.
there was nothing else you wanted to share.
No, just to reiterate that when you first log in and you see your badge that has been awarded to you, there will be a button to make it public or private. So please make it public. And from there, a share button will appear. And it's super easy, as Margot was saying, that you click the share button and it's one click, share to LinkedIn, X, Twitter, and so forth. And likewise, you can print your digital certificate from there. You can download the badge image and so on. So allow me 1 second to switch over to CertMetrics and log in. I know I'm not showing the screen yet, but I'll get there.
And while Christopher's transitioning screens, I will just preface that CertMetrics is another recent addition to our Google Cloud certification technical stack. And we call it our candidate portal because this is really the one-stop shop for everything that you need to manage your certifications. And I will let Christopher take it from here.
Thanks, Margot. So, folks, I've logged in to my CertMetrics account, or I'm actually impersonating myself. But and it looks a little bit different because I'm working on a narrow screen here. But I just really wanted to point out that if you're not familiar with CertMetrics, once you have attempted a Google Cloud certification, your CertMetrics account will be created for you. And you'll get emails from CertMetrics to help you log in and give you instructions and so on. But as you're in your CertMetrics account, please, your homepage will have announcements, important announcements for you. And your recent activity, expiration, and so on, all found right here on your homepage. There is left-hand nav that would usually show up on the same screen, but wanted to point out how easy it is to access your digital credentials. So once you're in CertMetrics, you can also easily go to Credly from CertMetrics and access Credly there. If you are familiar with our perks program and getting swag after you achieve certification, historically, we included a code in your notifications. But now you no longer have to worry about losing those things. They're right here in your CertMetrics account. So you click on your benefits. And if I had some, I'd get the 50% off of your next exam. And you can use that at any time or save it for a renewal. And if I had a merchandise voucher, it would also be here. Merchandise vouchers are just for the professional level certifications. So super simple to claim your benefits and your badge from your CertMetrics account. Margot, anything else you think would
No,
be
I
helpful for CertMetrics?
no, I think we're good to transition back to the deck and we can take some of your questions.
Great. Let's see. I'm driving here.
Perfect. I'll add our beautiful faces back on the screen and we will take your questions. So, our first question, I assume that this will be for Cloud Digital Leader. Yes. So, Credly is again going to have all Google Cloud issued credentials, and those are going to be any of our certifications that we've covered, the foundational, associate, and professional levels, all of our skill badges. So when you are on Google Cloud Skills Boost, and you can either filter on the Explore nav bar by badge type and you click skill badges, or if you are on the specific course page on Google Cloud Skills Boost, it'll say this skills badge, and then the cloud certificates that recently launched. So Cloud Digital Leader is a part of that framework and will be included. I myself, being program manager here at Google Cloud, Christopher and I both have our Cloud Digital Leader certifications. So we have accepted, shared them on Credly, and we hope you do too. We'll go to the next question. And I might have Christopher answer this, but I'll read the question aloud. I had a web assessor email with my former company email and I'm not in the search directory. Will Credly account get searched directly from web assessor or from Accredible? In Accredible, I don't have access.
So great question. And if you're really interested in the detail, all of the Credly data is coming from CertMetrics. So CertMetrics is our source of truth. So CertMetrics will push any of the badging and so on to Credly. You'll want to make sure that what we call the primary email address in your CertMetrics account, so which may not be your recovery, and sometimes you have an organization email address, but the address that's getting all the notifications and so on, that's the same address where the badge will be issued. So the first thing to do is access Credly via CertMetrics or access Credly with that primary email address. But if you've got a Credly account from another organization or another issuing organization, use that add email functionality if you're not seeing the Google Cloud certification. I think that answers that question.
Perfect. Then I will go to the next. It would be great if Google translated the courses into other languages. The PDF format in some courses makes translating texts very difficult. We hear you. This is semi outside of our domain, outside of credentials. However, I can say that the team is exploring and investing in generative AI solutions to help make translation of our Google courses easier and available to more languages. So hopefully you can see more languages available in the coming future, as the team I know is actively investigating what those solutions would best be and how to employ them for our courses on Google Cloud Skills Boost. I will read the next question and have Christopher answer it to the best of his ability. Will the professional Chrome OS admin cert be moved over to Credly? Mine has not.
So thanks for the question. It's funny, I think another one of these just came up recently this morning. The answer is no. The Chrome OS team or certification team, for at least for the near future, is going to stay with Accredible. We only moved Google Cloud certifications over from Accredible to Credly. That's not to say that in a future state we can get Chrome to move over with us, but for right now, they're going to stay on Accredible.
Perfect. Great question. The next question we have is, what will certifications cost? So I am going to drop in our certification website into the chat. This has all of the certification information based on the leveling, exam guides, languages we include, pricing, and so forth for each of our certifications. Again, it may vary depending on your location, but in general, our foundational, that Cloud Digital Leader, is going to be $99. Our associate level for the cloud engineer is typically 125 US dollars. And then our professional level certifications are around $200 USD. So again, check out the certification website for more information. We have the length of the exams, the registration fees, the languages, exam formats, any case studies, prereqs, experience, how to renew, and a complete exam overview, which will have all of our recommended learning resources for the learning paths, webinars, additional resources, and of course, sample questions. So, going to the next question. Will there be a Google Cloud certified directory so I can search for people with specific certifications? So, great question, Brian. As Christopher demoed, we have the directory, which is inclusive of all of our Google Cloud credentials. What we've heard from a lot of employers and hiring managers is that certified talent is wonderful, but they wanted the ability to have a larger audience of Google Cloud skilled individuals that they could select from. And as you can assume, there is a wider, larger audience that has our Google Cloud skill badges than just our certifications. Additionally, in the vein that you always need to be upskilling and reskilling based on the evolving technology at such a quick pace, skill badges kind of allow individuals to continue down a more specialized learning path in addition to their certifications. So, a long-winded answer to say yes, the skills directory that you can find on the Google Cloud organization page on Credly, you can search by any of the different credential types, certifications including, but you can also now search by skill badges and the cloud certificates. You can launch by specific individuals. You can search by location. And as Chris demonstrated, you can search by skill type if you're looking to connect with individuals with a specific skill set.
Margot, if I can just footnote a little bit, it's a good reminder for me to tell folks that if you do have badges on a Credible, they're still there. They will eventually be taken down, but we wanted to give, sort of this transition period time for people to accept their stuff on Credly and so on. Because if you've shared your badge via a Credible, those links will break when we take everything down off of a Credible and say, finally turn that page completely. And the directory associated with those badges on a Credible is also open or still there for the time being. So it is important that if you're a current badge holder, that you start making that transition over to Credly, reshare things based on the Credly badges and the Credly verification links, because a Credible will eventually be shut down completely.
Thank you for that note. So our next question, what if you lost access to the former email address at a Credible? The point is that I don't see Google Cloud org in my Credly. Christopher, you want to take this one?
Yeah, I would say kind of just keep digging backwards and find out what address we're using, what email address we're using to send you notifications, or what email address you use to log into Cert Metrics, because that is where we are going to have your badge in Credly, and that should solve most problems. If likewise, what email address do we have for you in Web Assessor or criterion where you took the exam. There is a possibility that if you somehow created multiple accounts in Certmetrics or even WebAssessor, anyways, if you wound up with duplicate account in Certmetrics, they might have been merged, and well, they would have been merged, but maybe the correct email or the winning email, was not the one that you were thinking it would be. So it's just a quick call out to our Google Cloud Certification support team, and we can, reverse everything, and we'll make sure we have the right primary email address associated with your Certmetrics account, because that's the address that we're going to associate your badge with in Credly.
Perfect. So next question. Is there any link to Cloud Skills Boost? For example, I recently completed the Generative AI for Developers Learning Path. Should it show up in Credly? So great question. I will answer your question literally. So I am linking the actual URL to Skills Boost. And so to your question, do you get a Credly badge for completing the learning path? You do not. So learning path completions do not issue badges that will be shown on Credly. However, if any of the learning paths that you complete have a skill badge attached to it, those skill badges will be available to you via Credly. And so there are two ways to kind of verify what and how to find skill badges on Google Cloud Skills Boost. Once you sign in via the link that I just attached with the chat, you can go to that Explore section of the website that I had mentioned earlier. And within the features, you can filter based on badge type, and you can select skill badge. Also, if you're more interested in looking at the learning paths themselves from the nav bar, you can just go to paths. And I believe that the Generative AI for Developers has one of our newer generative AI skill badges, Prompt Design and Vertex AI. So that would be a prime example that within that learning path, if you've completed the courses and then the skill badges, that skill badge will show up in your Google Cloud Skills Boost profile. And there are going to be multiple points that after you've completed an applicable badge on Skills Boost that qualifies to be transferred and accepted on Credly, you'll see blue buttons on various places within our Skills Boost platform. So either on the badge page itself, so that course page where it says in this course or on this skill badge, you'll see a blue button that says accept via Credly. As well, if you go to your profile page of Google Cloud Skills Boost, and you can see all of the badges earned, any applicable badge, there will be that blue button that says accept and share on Credly. With the skill badges and Google Cloud certificates on Skills Boost, you just want to ensure that you are accepting the additional terms and conditions. And that will actually connect the two profiles together, which will feed all of your skill badge and cloud certificate badges to Credly, which will then set it off for you to then create or log in to accept your badges. And then you can add all of your information to your Google Cloud Credentials wallet or the skills directory via Credly. The long answer to say that the learning paths themselves will not issue you Credly badges, but the skill badges within those learning paths can be accepted and shared via Credly. I'm going to go to the next one. Let's see. Will the badges acquired, such as generative AI, also be shared on Credly? So I'm going to take this as a very similar question to the one that I just answered. And so again, you want to ensure that it's certifications, skill badges, or cloud certificates. And the badges on Skills Boost that qualify will be labeled skill badges or cloud certificates. And those would be the ones. And in order to see your Skills Boost qualified badges on Credly, you want to ensure that you are accepting those new terms and conditions. and then creating and logging in to your Credly account where the data will be waiting for you to accept and share. Next question, is there any plan to provide the score report for the certification exam? Great question. So mid-February on our Cert Metrics platform, our Google Cloud candidate portal, we and the team launched what we are calling score reports. This feature will actually show individuals who failed an exam which area of the exam that they need to study more, and will rate each of the domain sections of the exam, the percentage that you scored. What this means for you and your studying is that when you go to our certification exam page that I shared with you earlier, and you go to the exam guide section of the website, we have also added percentages of which exam domain is covered on the exam itself. So both of these are semi-new features so that when you're studying, you know exactly which and how much of a specific exam domain is going to be covered on the exam. And if for whatever reason you do happen to fail one of the certifications, you can access our score reports via Cert Metrics on our candidate portal, where you can use that score report to better learn what areas you should study again when you take the exam. I will preface that score reports are not available on betas, but are available for all of our certifications. Okay, next question. Would the existing skill badges, certificates already earned by us auto move to Credly? Great question. Assuming if you've accepted terms on Quick Labs and you have a up-to-date certification email on Cert Metrics, then yes, all of your stuff should be moved over to Credly and is waiting for you to accept. You should have received quite a few notifications from our team by now if you have a certification. We sent a service announcement before the migration via Google. We sent another email interaction via Certmetrics, and then Credly themselves would be emailing you to ensure that you accept your badge. If you've received no notifications, to Christopher's point, it might be worth just checking what email address you have in either your Web Assessor account or your Certmetrics account. Anything to add to that, Christopher?
Yeah, just a note on email addresses. I know Ruben's made a comment about losing access to a former email. If your Web Assessor account is linked to a former email address you no longer have access to, so therefore maybe you forgot your password and the password reset, is going to a box that you no longer manage. Again, reach out to our Google Cloud Certification support team. There will just be a few security questions to ask. So maybe what exams you've taken, your recovery email, and so on. And then we can switch and update that email for you. And then that will cascade. We'll do the same in Certmetrics. And then with the updates in Certmetrics would update anything in Credly. So yeah, keeping all those different emails keep them current and in sync through all the platforms is a bit difficult. But we will have SSO one day. Stay tuned.
Perfect. Our next question. If Chrome OS is staying with Accredible, which will the Google Partner Portal be pulling these credentials from, Accredible or Credly?
I'm happy to take that. I can speak for the Google Cloud Certification Program and assure you that the partner portal is not populated by either of those platforms. The source of truth is Certmetrics. So Certmetrics feeds our internal database, obviously, which then feeds Partner Advantage portal. Chrome, I'm sorry, I don't know if they're pulling directly from the platform. I would hope or think that they might have sort of an intermediary. They might even be pulling directly from Criterion. So not exactly the question you want or the answer that you wanted to hear, but I'm sure the Partner Advantage portal will still be valid and updated with your Chrome OS certifications.
Perfect. Next question. Last year, Google introduced the Get Certified program 2023. Will this program be offered again this year? Great question. And again, I am going to drop in the applicable link for you to read up. The 2024 registration is actually currently open. So just drop the link into the chat. Feel free to read up on that and apply with the big blue button that says apply here. Okay. And then I think our last question, unless someone sneaks it in as we are answering this one, is why are there no score reports for the successful exam?
You want me to try that one?
You can go and I will add anything to it.
Yeah, I think there's a great FAQ in our help center about this. Basically, a past exam, or sorry, a score report on a past exam is not really going to be helpful. It just means you've reached the minimally qualified level to attain that certification. So we don't provide any more additional feedback after that. Margot, do you know more?
I'm reading the FAQs that we've written. And why don't I receive my score when I submit my exam? Basically, the exam itself for our certifications is really meant to be a yes, no, are you a minimally qualified candidate for the exam job role that you are testing for? And I know in our society, we definitely want to know how well we did. But in order to protect the validity of the questions, we think the most important part of what we are validating in our certification exams is whether you are or are not valid in that specific job role. So having a pass should be enough as you have successfully passed a Google Cloud certification. So there is no score reports for those that have passed the exam because it doesn't matter what percentage of the exam you've passed to hiring managers or employers. It just matters that you are indeed verified by Google Cloud in that specific job role and certification. So I will check just a few more. Perfect.
Yeah, sorry, I just put in a link. I think that got in there. Christian asked about Certmetrics, that he hadn't been in there yet. So the first time login URL is now in the chat. And yes, Christian, you should be logging in to Certmetrics. That's the blue screen that I demoed. That has all your information in there. And as long as we have the right primary email for you, follow the instructions, fill in the email, and they'll send you the password and so on.
Yeah, and I will just plug again that Certmetrics is going to be the centralized hub for all of the certification news. So we are constantly updating any new betas, any new localized content, any new platform updates, any new programmatic updates. So use our Certmetrics candidate portal as kind of your hub to ensure that you're up to date. It links out to Criterion to register for new certifications. You can see your certification transcript. As Christopher demoed, you can access your swag for the applicable certifications. You can use your 50% off voucher discount for renewal of certifications. And then you can go to Credly directly from Certmetrics as well. So Christopher, I'm going to have you advance 2 slides, please.
I just wanted to reiterate what you were saying. That yes, and reminder to everyone, Certmetrics, it's only the 11 Google Cloud certification exams. So you're not going to see Chrome, you're not going to see EDU, just the 11 Google Cloud certification exams. And Margot, if you don't mind, if I can have 30 seconds, I can go back to Credly and show what I wanted to show earlier.
Go for it.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So sorry, folks. Again, I'm working on a skinny screen, so I didn't really know where these things were. But this might look a little bit different. But here you'll see the privacy logo, or the hover doesn't show in here. But this means that the certification is private. So I just clicked it. It now became public. You can see, yoo-hoo, it's celebrations. And clicking on the 3 dots, I can reject the badge. But now that it's public, you'll be able to share and so on. And I guess that's as much as I wanted to show you, but it is there. And we can switch over back to the deck now.
I will answer just a few more questions out of the regular chat. Christian, Certmetrics should just be your like one-stop shop. You can kind of connect to any other platform from our Certmetrics platform. You can go past this one, Christopher. And so again, if you remember no other platform, Certmetrics is going to plug into all of the other platforms that we've discussed today. So that would be the one that I would favorite in your bookmarks bar. And agree, I too am a perfectionist and want to constantly improve. However, our certifications are not meant to be 100%. They are just meant to pass. And then, is there any cost to the Google Cloud Innovators Program? It's completely free to sign up for. Again, take a look at that. You only get amazing benefits. Thank you for the plugin to check your benefit section in Certmetrics. Sometimes there have been unused either swag benefits or 50% off vouchers from having gotten certified that you have no idea which are there. Again, feel free to reach out to Christopher and I if you have any additional questions. But again, if anything from this webinar, we want you to earn your Google Cloud credentials today and ensure that you're creating your account on Credly to accept and share your Google credentialing wallet. And visit our learning and certification booth that was for next to learn more. So we'll go to the next slide. And then we'll just plug a few more things here. We have the cloud community link as well, where you can join, learn, and engage with the community. We always appreciate your event feedback, where you can share your feedback, questions, and ideas for future sessions. And then you can check out upcoming Google Cloud community events at the links shown above. And with that, we thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate and love all of the questions. Again, if you have any future questions, you can find me on LinkedIn, Margot Barron. I will drop my full name here. Love to connect and love to answer any questions, comments you have about our Google Cloud Credentialing program.